next to him and he said, we want you to succeed, because when you succeed, Trump didn't do any of that.
Okay, so what?
Well, so what? It inspires half the country to not accept the basic democratic principle that we have elections, and when you lose, you go away, and then you become the loyal opposition.
Look,
They don't see themselves as the loyal.
We, like me, have built a career out of nothing except talent and a little bit of luck and a lot of hard work, but you're full of shit.
Well, guys, you heard it. Bill Maher just got called out big time on his own show. Yeah, you know, Bill Maher, always sharp-tongued and ready to throw punches, but this time his guest was not playing around. Things got tense, things got real, and Maher definitely wasn't expecting this response. Let's jump right into this intense showdown, but a quick context for you guys is they're debating about Trump and the January 6th. Maher says Trump refusal to concede fueled the riots, and his guest isn't having it. So let's go through this together and see how quickly this escalates.
What I don't understand when you say that he did not say the words "I concede" caused half the country, which you just said, to riot.
No, I didn't say half the country rioted. A lot of people rioted, and it was less than half the country because he got less than half the votes and still won. That's okay. That's our system. But a good deal of the country, approaching half, the people who are MAGA, the people who love him, at least a third of the country, will now in the future never accept any electoral results. And a democracy can't continue in that way. You have to have this situation we've always had, where the one football coach walks across the field and shakes the hand with the coach who just beat him in the game.
Okay, what do you think we'd be today if Kamala Harris had won?
What's that?
What do you think we would be today if Kamala Harris had won?
Well,
what would happen? Would Israel still exist? I don't think so.
Still exist, of course. Why wouldn't they exist?
Why wouldn't they exist? Because the Obama Marxist, Leninist, Islamists that were taken up in during the... Here's a good question that I would ask you, is who was running the country during the 4 years that Biden was out of his mind and demented?
Well, he wasn't out of his mind and demented for 4 years. He probably wasn't out of his mind or demented even on the last day. He just did The View. Did the Democrats do a horrible thing in propping him up and keeping him in office and trying to run him again? Yeah, they did. Of course. I am never easy on the Democrats or the left. And I'm totally with you on Israel, but they would, of course, still exist because they can defend themselves. But you said things like, you know, liberals have never done anything for Israel. That's bullshit. Harry Truman recognized Israel when many people told him not to.
Excuse me, I never said that.
Yeah, you did.
Show it to me, and I'll tell you what. Show it to me, and I'll give $10,000 to the charity of your choice. No, wait, no. I'm serious. No, wait a second.
I'll find it.
You're pretty good.
I'll find it.
Good. I'm going to give $10,000. You show it.
All right, guys. So I had to pause it here just for a quick little commentary, because this moment right here, this is exactly why I love watching these types of debates, because Mayor's guest just straight up called him out, saying that he's completely full of it. And you can see Bill Maher scrambling to keep his composure. And I'm telling you, politics today is like watching a heavyweight boxing match. Nobody's pulling their punches. So you got to admire the guest's boldness. But honestly, Bill looks shaken to me to the core. Drop a comment below. Who do you think took this round? And just to keep in mind, Bill Maher is known for being outspoken and brutally honest. But seeing him on the receiving end for once, man. And this isn't his usual territory. Let's keep watching.
Demented.
Well, he wasn't out of his mind and demented for 4 years. He probably wasn't out of his mind or demented even on the last day. He just did The View. Did the Democrats do a horrible thing in propping him up and keeping him in office and trying to run him again? Yeah, they did. Of course. I am never easy on the Democrats or the left. And I'm totally with you on Israel, but they would, of course, still exist because they can defend themselves. But you said things like, you know, liberals have never done anything for Israel. That's bullshit. Harry Truman recognized Israel when many people told him not to.
Excuse me, I never said that.
Yeah, you did.
Show it to me, and I'll tell you what. Show it to me, and I'll give $10,000 to the charity of your choice. No, wait, no. I'm serious. No, wait a second.
I'll find it.
You're pretty good.
I'll find it.
Good. I'm going to give $10,000. You show it. you show it to me, and I will give $10,000 to the charity of your choice.
Okay.
Because you're throwing around a lot of generalizations, and I have a bigger
Not
question.
generalization.
Oh, really?
What's the generalization?
That half
Okay, if I got that quote wrong, I apologize, and I will take it back.
I got another question. I sit down, and all of a sudden you're attacking me about I gotta come
I'm
up. I have to come up with new idea about Trump, and I have to talk. What the hell do you care?
okay.
Let me ask you a question.
First of all,
Wait a second. I'm
it was
yes, I'm
not
gonna
my
ask you a
plan
question.
to attack you, and I'm sorry if you think I'm attacking you.
Well, okay.
We
I'm sorry that
we
you're
just
doing.
got onto this, and I'm sorry that I'm not going to pretend that I agree with you.
Well, I'm
You
not
s-
asking you to agree with me, but I got a good question. How you started off with a very difficult question, and a question which you have very strong views, and I do too. How would you like this part of the conversation to end, so that we can move on to something else? What would end it to your
well, we're at
satisfaction?
the 20-minute mark, so we could just end it. Just go.
What would end it to your satisfaction?
When you want it to end. I don't want to piss you off. I'm
No,
your
no.
biggest fan. I don't. The fact that we don't agree on something so fundamental is still completely okay with me. I don't get it the way you don't get me. You just said I'm completely full of shit. And of course, people who disagree to this level, they think that of the other person. And what we have to
Well, guys, there you have it. Bill Maher got called out right there on his own show, on his own turf. This wasn't some friendly chat. This was raw. This was real and totally unfiltered. No softballs. Here's just a pure political fireworks. Moments like this are exactly why I tune in. Love him or hate him, Mayor's definitely got a taste of his own medicine today. And if you like this intense breakdowns, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe because we bring moments like this all the time. And don't forget to comment below, was Bill Maher right or did his guess hit the nail on the head? I want to hear from you. Until next time, stay tuned, stay informed, and I'll catch you guys in the next explosive video.
do is, of course, learn to live harmoniously with people we just don't agree with that much. So we can just get past this. You're right. We should, and I'm happy to. And there's a million things in here and in the movie that I think are great, and I would love to talk about.
Go
So
ahead.
if you okay, okay.